Where are you taking me, Flora?
The boutique. You know, where we buy dresses and shoes.
But which one? You've already looked around in Holstein's, Vicky's, Abby's Finch.
I know, but I have to... Look at those!
The tacky puzzles at the kiosk?
No! The dresses in the window. They're both gorgeous.
And it looks like they're on sale.
Hello, ladies. Couldn't help noticing the notable display. Name's Olin. I work at this boutique. And you look like you should shop at this boutique.
Well, I'm definitely considering it.
Wonderful. Yes, these two dresses turned plenty of heads a couple of seasons ago.
So, they're out of style?
Oh, no. Not out of style as much as hard to come by.
They are nice, but I do have a bit of a problem.
Problem?
Yeah. Should I buy the gold and white one or the blue and black one?
Why not get both? They are on sale after all.
Even so, I can't afford it. What do you think, Laura?
I don't know. Why don't you try them on?
Good idea.
Well, those are the only ones in stock. I'm afraid you won't be able to take them back to the dressing rooms.
Why not?
Well, you know, we'd have to take them off the mannequin. Then have you try them on. And then we'd have to put them back on the mannequin. And to be honest, it's a lot of hassle.
But I came to the mall so I could try stuff on. That's why people come to the mall in the first place.
Yeah, why else would we come here? We've got the internet to do normal shopping.
Yes. Why indeed. Can't try things on the internet now, can you? Okay, let's just download these dresses and see how they fit, huh? Shall we?
Did he seem a little offended to you?
Right? It's the mall. If you're going to put stuff on sale, people are going to want to check it out.
Well, while he's struggling with those mannequins, want to sit near the fountain and listen to the radio?
Sure.
I like that one.
Me too. But it's not my color. It'd look good on you, though.
Sounds like you're having fun, you two. What are you looking up?
Hey, Mr. Jacobs. Flora and I are just looking at clothes.
Clothes, huh? So your parents do know you're buying things on the internet, right?
We're not buying clothes, Mr. Jacobs. Just looking. Laura's mom is taking us shopping later today, and we figured if we went online first, we could scout out the fashions.
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from, so we thought we'd narrow it down.
Yeah, some of these fashions, blech.
I'm sure that's true. Well, as long as you're being careful.
Don't worry, we always follow internet safety rules.
What about this one?
Green lace? Weird.
Hey, Mr. Jacobs, what's going on?
Good morning, Olin. Laura and Flora are just using my computer to window shop. Sounds like they've got quite the decisions ahead of themselves.
Really? Me too.
You too. Are you buying clothes today?
What? No. I mean, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, what did you mean?
It's like this. I've got this Turtle Scout group I belong to, see?
Okay, with you so far.
This fall they have two really cool activities that I'd love to be a part of. Wilderness Survival Camp and the Caving Expedition.
Caving? You mean like spelunking?
Sure.
Those sound like you're going to have a lot of fun this fall.
See, that's the thing, Mr. Jacobs. I have to choose one of them. They both happen on the same week, and our troop is splitting up for it.
I see. This is a difficult decision. I mean, it would be for me. What are your thoughts?
It's hard. On one hand, I really like camping. On the other hand, it's not just camping, it's survival camping, which sounds a lot harder.
That makes sense.
On the other hand, all my friends in the troop want to go caving. On the other hand, I'm really scared of crawling through small caves. Just thinking about it makes me caloric. Ugh.
Claustrophobic?
Yeah, cholesterolic.
Would listening to the radio help?
I don't know. On the other hand, it couldn't hurt.
I'll get it started then. I wouldn't want you to run out of hands. Done with the shopping, girls?
Mr. Jacobs, we told you, it's not shopping.
Right. Sorry.
We were just looking and comparing prices. And yes, we're done now. Thanks for letting us use your computer.
Sounds like you were shopping to me.
We didn't buy anything.
Neither does my mom. She still calls it shopping.
Whatever. What have you guys been doing over here?
Just listening to the radio.
Sounded like you were talking about something earlier.
Olin was asking a question.
Yeah, the Turtle Scouts have a couple of really cool things going on, and I've got to decide which one I'm going to. Caving or survival camp?
Both sound fun.
Yeah, I wish I was in Turtle Scouts. What a decision.
I wasn't really thinking they were fun. Both sound pretty miserable.
Maybe for you, Laura.
What, you're going to tell me that squeezing your way through tiny cracks under the ground with the dirt getting in your eyes and the ceiling threatening to collapse sounds like a good time?
Yeah, how exciting.
And I thought I understood you, Flora.
I'm a woman of mystery.
Right. So, what did you tell him, Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah, what does the Bible say about this?
The Bible?
Yeah, all of your good answers come from the Bible. So if it's got something to say about it, I want to know.
Interesting. And I might have some verses to help out.
Wait, there are Bible verses specifically about that decision?
Perhaps not this one exactly, but there are a lot of verses like Proverbs 11:14 and 12:15 that encourage us to ask others for advice when it comes to difficult choices.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Proverbs says that a lot from what I remember.
Okay, so I'm doing that. What else does the Bible say? Like, does God give us advice when we ask?
Well, in James 1:5 and Jeremiah 33:3, God encourages us to use wisdom and to pray about questions we have. He tells us that if we're looking for answers, He'll give them to us, but they might not look exactly the way that we were expecting.
What do you mean?
You know what? I might have an example that could explain it in a fun way.
You mean like a drama script?
Sound like fun?
Of course. We'll listen to the radio while you look, though. Your filing cabinets are pretty full.
Sounds like a deal. And now, from the garage of Lionel Jacobs comes the opaque drama, The Murky Muddy Lake, an adapted biblical teaching about trusting God. Once upon a time, there were two friends, Dale and Gale.
That's right. We've been friends since kindergarten.
It's probably because our names rhyme.
These two friends lived in the little city of Tinkerton, and one of their favorite things to do was to go paddle boating on the sparkling waters of the crystal clear lake.
It's great exercise, and we get to see the skyline of our city if we go out far enough.
There's Town Hall, there's the bank, and over there you can just make out the Mayor's Folly.
That's a water tower project that the town ran out of money for. They turned the foundation into a skateboard park.
But after paddle boating for years on the crystal clear lake, the two friends were getting tired of seeing all of the same sights.
I have an idea. What if we rented a trailer and took our paddle boat to another lake?
Another lake? I don't know. How different can one lake be from another?
I'm not sure, but I'm willing to find out. You in?
Sure, why not?
And so the two friends did some research, and they found a lake that was as different from theirs as was possible.
Murky Muddy Lake, here we come.
When they arrived on this new boating destination, they were greeted by the oldest, wisest lady they had ever seen.
So you've come to paddle your boat here, have you? That's very nice. We haven't had many boaters around these parts in donkey's years.
Donkey's years?
That's right. You will have a good time of it, though. I remember paddle boating out there when I was a girl. Of course, it rained more back in those days, so there was a little more lake to paddle. But I still know this lake like the back of my hand.
And with that, our two boaters took to the water. It was a very different lake than they were used to. The crystal clear lake back home had water that was as clear as crystal, whereas the water in Murky Muddy Lake was the murkiest and the muddiest the two of them had ever seen.
You can't see anything down there. It's so weird.
Despite the differences, the two of them had a wonderful time exploring new coves and marshes, seeing new types of birds and other wildlife.
No fish, though. I think you can guess why.
It was while they were on their way back from their trip around the lake that they came to a stop.
What is it? Why have you stopped paddling?
Now I have, but have you noticed? We aren't moving.
That's because you stopped paddling.
No, I mean, for the last 5 minutes we've been paddling and we haven't gone an inch.
You mean we're stuck?
It was true. They tried paddling forward, they tried paddling backward, but they weren't getting anywhere.
Ahoy there, paddlers! You look like you're stuck.
We are. Can you go get help for us?
There's no need, young man. Just step out of the boat. It's not deep.
Like, not deep, like 5 feet not deep?
Yeah, we can't see the bottom. I don't want to get completely soaked.
You won't, my boy. Just step off the boat and you'll be able to walk to me.
I wasn't planning on wading to shore, but I suppose if I have to.
You won't wade. You'll walk. Trust me. Both of you.
The two friends looked at each other and shrugged. There didn't seem to be any other way. They rolled up their pants and got ready.
Oh, it's only an inch deep here.
I told you. It's no wonder you weren't getting anywhere. There's barely any water in this part of the murky, muddy lake anymore. Not until we get some rain around here again, anyway. Want to join me for a cookout? I've been preparing some fish and thought you might like some.
Sure, we can probably carry our boat from here.
The moral is, when we go through life, it can be hard to know what choices to make. The future can seem murky, and we don't know what the best way to go is. Thankfully, God does know, and He wants to help us. He doesn't always give us answers we want to hear, and sometimes it might sound strange. But if we just trust that He knows what's best for us and loves us, we don't have to worry. We just need to take that step out of the boat. You look a little thoughtful, Olin. Did the drama script not help at all?
It kind of did, Mr. Jacobs. I mean, it's good to know that God wants the best for me and will help me know what He wants me to do, but this whole thing with whether I should go to caving or to survival camp, how is He going to let me know which one I should do?
There are a few ways He might. He might use one of your parents to help you, or maybe a friend, and sometimes it's just a feeling that you should do one thing or the other.
Well, like I said, I get a bad feeling whenever I think about going caving.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really God talking, Olin. Sounds more like you're scared.
Nobody asked you, Laura.
Oof, touchy much?
All right, girl, stop pestering him. Sometimes God does use those feelings to tell us something isn't a good idea. I don't think anything bad would actually happen to you if you did go caving, Olin. But if you're not comfortable with it, and you don't get the feeling that God is actually telling you to go, then I think you're good listening to those feelings and going to the activity you would enjoy more.
But what's the right answer, Mr. Jacobs?
I don't know if there is a right answer, Flora. Sometimes all we have to go on is using wisdom and making the best choice we can think of. Some people may disagree with me, but I have always thought that if God truly wants us to do something, He won't make it hard to figure out what He wants us to do.
So, if we don't know what to do, then we should do whatever sounds good to us?
Well, as long as we're careful to ask God first for wisdom. After all, there are a lot of things that might seem to be the best for us, but in the end, we can wind up in big trouble if we don't ask God about it first.
I'm assuming you have Bible verses to back that up?
Proverbs 3:6, 14:12, and Jeremiah 17:9 are some good ones that come to mind.
That's my mom? What is... Oh, right! Shopping! We've got to go, Mr. Jacobs.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye, girls. So I know we've talked about a lot, but I don't know if I really made the decision any easier for you, Olin.
Actually, you kind of did, Mr. Jacobs. I did some praying while we were listening to the radio, and I kind of realized that the only reason I wanted to go caving at all was because I was afraid that my friends would make fun of me if I didn't go. I might miss hanging out with them, but I think I'll go to survival camp. If anything, we'll get to compare notes so we know which one is better for next time.
Sounds like wisdom to me.
Yeah, I think I'll talk to my parents. They might be able to help me a little too.
Also very wise. Before you go, though, could you turn off the radio on your way out?
Sure, thanks again.
Anytime.